Well, those making jokes at Arpaio's expense have apparently offended a lot of people. Representative John Kavanaugh taking the biggest criticisms for what some might consider racially insensitive. Twitter is erupting with comments, and folks across the country are now crying foul. Meantime, as ABC 15's Navita Fergani reports, the sheriff says they're only jokes.
Fortunately for Sheriff Arpaio, term limits only apply to actual time in office and not time claiming you're going to run for the office.
Jokes meant to make fun of America's toughest sheriff.
How many Hispanics did you pull over on the way over here, Arpaio, huh?
Representative John Kavanaugh taking one hit after another.
Sheriff Joe is the kind of guy that you gotta love, as long as you have papers.
The Southern Poverty Law Center edited what they're calling exclusive audio of Kavanaugh's roast, posting it on YouTube, cutting down a 20-minute comedy routine to just a few clips of what many consider racially insensitive remarks.
It just seems to me that we have to be a little bit more sensitive about jokes as it relates to a group of people that dehumanizes a group of people.
But Sheriff Joe tells us he's known for his tough stance on immigration, a topic that would come up during a roast.
So I am controversial, and I would understand that he's not going to say nice things about me. I don't think you do that in a roast. You go after the guy.
Our cameras were there during Kavanaugh's roast, and we counted a third of the jokes could be considered racially insensitive, while the rest made fun of Sheriff Joe's age and ego.
I know you're a little pissed because the sheriff's usually used to a throne.
My job is to roast you after.
Comedy roasts are expected to cross the line at some point, but civil rights experts say elected officials should be held to a higher standard.
These are representatives of a community. They should be making jokes with a higher understanding or a higher responsibility.
Jokes that may have been considered funny in the moment, but some Latino groups believe the GOP won't be laughing come November. Navita Fergani, ABC 15 News.
We did get a statement from Representative Kavanaugh. He says, in part, the jokes I made at the Sheriff Arpaio roast at his invitation were satirical comedy. The jokes were not directed at minority group members, but at the target of the roast, Sheriff Arpaio. The jokes were jabs against the sheriff based upon allegations of his departments engaging in racial profiling. He also goes on to say that the humor was typical of roasts.